Hey guys, and welcome to part two of the Avatar video, or the UI interface assignment video. And in this video, we're going to cover how to make most of the UI, and I'm going to go as fast as I can here. Um, so on our last video, we just kind of took screenshots of all the different things that we might need to make a user interface. So let's just say that we decided to make a avatar, HP, life, and coin um, panel all on the upper left. Okay, so let's start with just a HP bar. So most of your classes agreed that we are going to make some type of slanted bar because it looks good. So we're going to go ahead and go to rectangle here. And suppose that the color palette that your class chose was red, white, and blue. Now that's not really true. Please look up our Google Classroom about what color palette your assignment was. But let's just assume that it was red, white, and blue for the purposes of this assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and start creating a HP bar here. So let's just say that ours is going to be green color for the HP itself, and I'm going to use a contrasting color like red to make the outside bars. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go to no fill and then red stroke, and I'm going to go ahead and make an HP bar here. So in order to change this into a slanted bar, um, we could actually, before I do this, let's go ahead and just use the left click feature, and it'll let us select the width and the height. So let's just go about 450 by 50, and that gives us a pretty good size HP bar. I'm going to go ahead and move it right here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and use the pen tool or the path select tool. Select the path to see the 4 knots, then use my pen tool, hold control, and grab the corner. Now if I hold shift as well, this will lock it into the trapezoid shape and just make a slanted bar. And I actually don't like the size of this rectangle, so um, I'm going to redo it real quickly here. Go ahead and go back to my tool. I think I want to do 450 by 25. I think that makes it look a little bit, yeah, more skinny. Okay, so let's go 450 by 25. Use the path select tool. Click here to see all the knots. Use the pen tool. Grab the corner. Hold shift. Okay, so that's going to be our HP bar like that. And this is going to be the let's go ahead and make this the negative space here. So I'm actually gonna do this a little bit differently later, but let's just call it the negative space. And I'm gonna go ahead and make it a white fill. So you have a white fill, red background here. I'm gonna right click and duplicate the layer. And this layer is gonna be 100%. So a 100% bar will be a no fill with a green color in here. And then I'm going to duplicate this several times. So 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, and then 10. Okay, and all I'm going to do is just go ahead and rename these real quickly. 90%, 80%, 70%, 60%, 50%, 40%, 30%, and 20%. I think I missed one here. I'm gonna go here and call this 10%. Go ahead and move it up top. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna scale all of these down to the appropriate width. Okay, so I'm gonna go to 90% here, use my move tool, grab this, okay, and then you can see here I have the ability to control the width. I'm gonna go to 90%. So you can see here that it shrunk. Okay, go here, go to 80%. I'm gonna do the same thing. Let's see if I can have ability to do transform, um, scale. It's going to lead me to the same thing. So I'm going to go here, 80%. Okay. And I'm going to go here, go to transform, and scale. I'm going to go down to 70% here. And we'll go here to 60%, edit, transform, scale. Let's go to 60%. Go to 50%. Again, you can just move this and it'll give you the same tools. So 50%. Okay. Actually, let's make sure that we go to edit, transform, scale, 50%. Let's go to 40%, edit, transform, scale, and go to 40%. Edit, transform, scale. Go to width, 30%. 20% here, transform, scale. Click on here, 20%. And the last one, free transform, scale, and 10%. Now you noticed as I scaled, the slant is no longer aligned to this. So what we're going to do is that all of these, we're going to use the move tool here and move them holding shift to lock it horizontally. And I'm going to move it to the end to fix all of my slants. So I'm going to go there, move the tool, move it somewhere over here, go to 30, hold shift, move it over here, go 40, hold shift, move it over here, 50, hold shift, move it over there, 60, hold shift, move it over there, 70, hold shift, move it over there, 80%, hold shift, move it over there, 90, hold shift, move it over there. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and actually go in here and fix the slant here. So at 90%, you can see that there's a slight distortion of the slant. So we're just going to use our pen tool, hold the corner, hold shift, and just get so that the slant is roughly parallel with our original bar here. So I'm going to go to 80%, again, hold control, hold shift, just get it to about exactly where it looks like it's going to be about right. Hold control to grab the knot, hold shift to make it parallel, and just move it again so that the slant is consistent. Hold control, hold shift. Okay, hold control, hold shift. Hold control, hold shift. And sometimes you'll see that this ability to move the entire thing. Just go back to pass select, go back to pen tool if you have that issue. Okay, grab that, hold shift. Okay, grab this, hold shift. And again, you're just eyeballing it. There are some mathematical ways we could lock the exact slant, but we're not going to get into all the math of that. We're just going to eyeball it. In the grand scheme of things, no one's going to notice when this bar is really far away from each other. Okay, hold shift, and it looks like I can move it a little bit more this way. Okay, and now the only thing left to do is go ahead and move all of our bars all the way back over here. But before we do that, I'm actually going to go to the negative space here that has a white fill and a red background. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the red background, and I'm going to do another copy, duplicate layer, and make this the red outline. So it's going to be the red outline, and the red outline will be the reverse. No fill and red outline. And I'm going to stick the red outline in the far top. What this will do is that our red stroke will be on the outside, and this will help us make sure that everything aligns correctly. So you can see here the 90% bar. I'm going to turn off the 100% bar, and I'm actually going to turn off all of these except the one I'm working on. And I'm just going to use my left arrow key and move it just so that it touches the outside here. So there's my 90%. Let's go to 80%. Oops, I think I moved the wrong one here. Let's go back to my 80% here. and just using the left arrow key to line it up to over here. And let's go over here and line it up. Let's go to 60% and go ahead and line it up. That looks good. Go to 50%, turn on the 50% and line it up. Let's go to 40%, turn that off and line it up. Now you can also just use the move tool and hold shift. This will lock it into place. Okay, and 30%, hold shift, line it into place. 20%, hold shift, line it into place. And 10%, hold shift, line it into place. So now if you kind of just turn on the HP bars, you kind of see the HP bar growing. The slant looks pretty good. And now we have one for all of the HP bars. Okay, that does it for this video. In the next video, we'll finish up the rest of the avatar panel.